Shure has done it again. Today they're releasing the brand new MV7 Plus. This is a follow-up to the MV7 XLR USB Combo Microphone that released in 2020. Along with this release, they're releasing a major brand new product, the Motive Mix app. They're addressing all the negative feedback on the MV7 with a host of new features for the MV7 Plus. In the quick start guide, you'll see they've added RGB light customization and a live meter to the new MV7 Plus, along with a ton of internal features to address some of the biggest complaints of the original MV7. Today, I'll give you a thorough rundown of the new MV7 Plus and all the questions you may have about it. Inside the box, you'll find a USB-C to USB-C cable, a mic stand boom arm thread adapter, and the MV7 Plus itself. Not much, if anything, has changed to the build quality of the MV7 Plus. The dimensions are pretty much identical to the original MV7, and the new and improved mute touch light bar has a new coat of paint, and they've removed the other touch controls. On the back, you will find that Shure listened and updated the MV7 to USB-C, and you'll find the familiar headphone monitoring jack, the XLR interface, and the MV7 Plus branding. This is a test using the Shure MV7 Plus on XLR. This is a test using the Shure SM7DB on XLR. This is a test using the Shure SM58 on XLR. This is a test using the Shure MV7 Plus on USB. This is a test using the Shure MV7 Plus on XLR. This is a test using the Shure SM7DB on XLR. This is a test using the Shure SM58 on XLR. This is a test using the Shure MV7 Plus on USB. This is a test using the Shure SM7DB on XLR. This is a test using the Shure MV7 Plus on XLR. This is a test using the Shure SM58 on XLR. This is a test using the Shure MV7 Plus on USB. If you're enjoying the video and you like the content, consider joining the Cozy Coalition and hitting that subscribe button below. Back to the video. We're going to also look at their brand new Motive Mix app that they have here. You can basically run it all through this particular software for gaming, streaming, podcasting, voiceovers, whatever the case may be, whatever you're making. It's a pretty simple user interface. You have your mixer, which is this space here. Here are your sources, right? So right now I'm going to remove this XLR. Right now I'm running this strictly on the USB. Now, if you want to, right now I'm doing this through OBS for screen capture and things like that, but I can also record here directly. Now here are my recording settings. It's going to record to C, right? It's going to record audio resolution for output 32 and 48 kilohertz. I can have the main output only, meaning that the whole mix all at once, or I can have it record the main output and all the individual sources at once, which is what I'm going to do. And you want to do that if you're doing like a podcast or a stream or have multiple sources, because that way, if one of the sources messes up, it doesn't damage the entire production. This microphone is a combo USB/XLR microphone. It's designed more so as a USB microphone because that's where all the features lie. Now, XLR is going to take away the power from the internal digital signal processing. It's going to put all the imaging and the processing into your audio interface, and that's going to determine, the sound quality based on the audio interface that you have. But when you use the USB, everything is controlled right here on the microphone. Now, first thing you're going to notice is that you can lock the mute function. So that way, you see it won't mute. You see it starts to go red for a second and then it won't mute. And that's so that you don't accidentally touch that while you're recording and lose your audio. And once I unlock it, then, well, you couldn't hear that, but you, you see that it mutes right away, that's now unlocked. Right now we have it set to auto leveling. Auto leveling basically is going to manage the gain inputs for you. And so that way you don't have to worry about situations. So if you're yelling or screaming or whatever the case may be, it's going to manage that gain for you and it's going to adjust it as necessary so that you don't damage your audio recording. And that's going to be my advice for most users to set that. Unless you're doing something different, et cetera, and you're advanced and know what you're doing. Auto leveling basically takes away the need for any type of knowledge in regards to that. Right there is your monitoring, where I can see the mic monitoring, the PC monitoring, et cetera. Mic level, I can see the monitoring for that, turn that up and down, PC level, et cetera. Tone. Now, this is interesting because right here in the microphone through the USB connection, you can adjust the way that you sound. Now, right now, you're hearing my most natural voice. My voice is a little rough. I'm a coach. If you watch my other videos, then you know I'm a basketball coach. Not the recent Shure Move mic that I did. I was on court with that, but drop it down to dark and you're going to accent those low tones in your voice. It's going to bring those up a little bit and it's going to change the way that voice is sounding. Bring it back to my natural voice here and then go up to bright, and that's going to brighten those. It's going to take away those low tones and increase those high tones, and then adjust the voice in that direction. So with that being said, it gives you that opportunity to kind of adjust this the way that you want it. And you can do this in the Motive Mix app, and that way you don't have to do it in post. So you can find your voice that you like here, and then it will automatically record it that way. So that way you don't have to go into Premiere Pro or whatever system you're using or whatever application you're using in post editing and adjust it. Now, reverb, obviously, a lot of people refer to this as echo, right? So we're going to add the reverb on the output. So you should start hearing it. And then when I click it here, then now I hear it in the monitoring. Now, I didn't hear it at first because you can control that by applying to direct monitoring. So that is the Hall effect there. You can adjust the intensity all the way up and you can adjust it all the way down and remove it. But for this purpose, we're going to have it up. So Hall, there's your plate. There is your studio. That's your studio reverb. And then again, you can adjust it all the way down, all the way back up. So let's turn that back off. Now we're back to my regular voice. And then this is your real-time denoiser. So I'm going to switch to, first let me turn this off. And so you can hear the denoiser basically removes bad frequencies from the background, so ambient noises that aren't contributing to the sound that you're putting into the microphone. And so we're going to switch to my camera right now. And so you're going to hear the background. Now I have a bunch of fans over here in my PC that are going at full speed because right now I'm rebuilding that PC. So I don't have my fan controller in there. I've been working off my Mac a lot lately as I get used to this MacBook Pro M3 just to get used to that. Be on the lookout for a review. But you can hear that noise in the background. Now we're going to switch back to the microphone, the MV7 Plus, and we're going to turn that back on. And so you can hear the difference of that sound that you're hearing in the background with when the actual camera mic is the Comica VM30 is picking up that noise, shotgun mic, versus this dynamic microphone that is interdressable and canceling out all that noise with the real-time denoiser. Now you also have a digital popper stopper in here. Now one of the complaints of this microphone was that it picked up plosives because of how thin the windscreen is here. And people were taking the one from the Shure SM7B and putting it on here as a fix for that. So now they have a digital popper stopper in here, and we're gonna do some plosives real quick. So pickle bags picked up the big bag from the box, and then we're gonna turn that off. Picked up the big bag from the box. We picked up the big bag from the box. We picked up the big bag from the box. We picked up the big bag from the box. We picked up the big bag from the box. And so you can see the difference in that popper stopper. Now we're going to move on from that, and we're going to go right here to Highpass Filter. And so a high-pass filter is basically going to filter out certain frequencies, depending on how you want to emphasize the voice. And it's different than the denoiser. Denoiser takes away ambient sound. That's not the direct feed, whereas the filter is going to affect the direct feed into the microphone. And so this is a 75 hertz low, and you're going to hear the difference there. And then we're going to switch over to the 150 hertz high. You're going to hear the difference in the voice there. And then we're going to turn it back off, and you'll hear the difference there. And so again, depending on your voice and how you want to set up your microphone, your sound, you can adjust that there. This is a brand new situation here with the LED light here. I have it on max brightness. So I'm just going to show you that real quick, because you can go to high, you can go to medium, and you can go to low. The reason that's important is because depending on your set, meaning your set around you, if you have that dark, moody feel, you may not want that super bright light there. I like the bright light, so I'm gonna leave that on. Now, right now it's on live, meaning it's following my voice, right? It's giving me a live meter of what is happening when I'm talking into the microphone. You can switch it over to pulsing, which is kind of like a breathing, kind of like that breathing, RGB look. And then you can go to solid lighting, right? Now you can scroll down here and you can adjust the lighting here. So say for instance, you have let's go here. Like me, I have a channel color, and that's not quite it, but it's close. You can adjust it. So now I have that yellow light on that, on my microphone, and I can make this fit in with my vibe. But you also have the predetermined. So let's go over here to live. You have their default settings. So you have your default, you have your seaside. You can see that change, right? It's those brighter greens and yellows. I had it set to fruity because purple is my favorite color, and I like that. And you can even go down and you can customize this a bit yourself too. So you can have that green, and let's go back to yellow, and let's move that yellow there. Select that, hit save. So now you see that yellow on the edges right there going up that green. And so that's a custom setting there. So let me switch over to, I'm going to bring in my Zoom UAC 232. That's my XLR. You can drag it or you can double click it. Just going to put it in there. So let's mute that there. So now we're hearing my Zoom UAC 232. It's a little bit quieter because that volume is controlled over there by my Zoom UAC 232. And so you can see right there on the screen that the USB auto gain is bringing that up because your standard recording or your standard settings is around -3. So right there, you're going to see it bringing it up to around -3, which is closer to what the broadcasting standard is. Whereas my UAC 232, as I said before, is controlling my audio input. And so it's set on what I want it to be at and not what it should be from an audio standpoint. You see the rest of my inputs here. There's my Astro A30 headphones. That's my gaming headphones. If I were to put those on, you would be able to do that, which means you can manage your full gaming stream, podcast, etc. through this app. It's a really, it's super simple looking, like it looks simple, but it is a full service application. And it's super simple, easy to use. Some of these digital mixer apps are super hard to understand, engage, and learn. This takes all the guesswork out of it. So yeah, that's the Motive Mix app. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you to Shure again for sending this out for me to test and share with you all, my audience. I think this is a perfect microphone for podcasting, voiceovers, YouTube, and streaming because of all of the built-in controls that you have for this particular microphone and how good it sounds. It sounds freaking amazing. If you like today's content, consider subscribing and joining the Cozy Coalition by hitting that subscribe button below. Also, take a look at this playlist of other content that is very similar to this one. And as always, stay cozy in that crazy world, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.